As we all know, the leaves are falling, and for some, gathering those leaves and other yard debris can be a full-time job. However, one way to get rid of it all is to burn it, but it must be done legally and safely. Mark Wildman reports.
Anyone who has ever had to maintain property knows dealing with leaves and other yard debris can be very challenging and time-consuming. One good way of dealing with yard waste is to simply pile it up and burn it, but landowners need to follow the proper steps for a safe backyard burn.
When you're burning, the first thing you need to do is go ahead and get a burn permit. For leaf and limb piles, all you have to do is call 1-877-652-2876 or 1-877-OK-to-burn. That's an automated burn permit system and give individuals, homeowners, permission to burn leaf and limb piles.
During the hot, dry months in Georgia, residents are not permitted to burn, but as the weather cools off and conditions are favorable, officials encourage the public to use fire properly.
It's something that we are allowed to do in the state of Georgia. It's a benefit to the people of the state of Georgia to do, whereas some states do not allow burning at all. We are privileged in the state of Georgia to be able to do burning in our own yards.
Even though fire is a great tool, it is important to know what citizens are legally allowed to burn.
You are allowed in the state of Georgia to burn vegetative materials only, leaves, limbs, grass clippings, stuff that you pick up in your yard. You're not allowed to burn anything that's been man-made, processed, altered in any shape, fashion, or form, meaning even a 2x4. It may only be a limb, but since it's been processed, it's considered a manufactured product and is not allowed to be burned. When they're doing their burn, they need to have some means of control of the fire, meaning they need to have a rake, shovel, water supply, something out there to control the fire and to put the fire out when they're ready to leave. A landowner should always stay with the fire and not leave the fire unattended. That tends to be when we have a lot of fires escape, is when the landowners have stepped inside away from their fire. Oh, I'll only be there just a minute. I'm just going to go get me something to drink. Wind comes up, blows the fire. They're not there to control it.
The Georgia Forestry Commission spends a number of hours educating the public, but they are also ready to deploy resources if the fire gets out of control. Here at the Georgia Forestry Commission's headquarters in Macon, a command center is manned to handle permit requests and to help first responders fight forest fires.
Generally, when your fire escapes, we ask that the caller contact 911 first, and at that point, the 911 center will give us a call, and we dispatch the appropriate resource for your county.
This facility monitors daily aircraft patrols, and its staff plays a very important role in keeping Georgians safe.
We allow the units to be in the field to work during the day so we can take all their calls for them. And we also are able to monitor where all the resources are at one time throughout the day.
So as the leaves keep falling, don't be afraid to burn them. But remember, get a permit and follow all of the proper steps to keep you and your neighbors safe. For the Georgia Farm Monitor, I'm Mark Wildman.